Hello arbitrageurs. In this video, we'll look at a Boop token trade where I earned over 250 bucks. I'll also tell you how to get $5,000 at the end of the video. Yes, you heard right. Some of you can take home $5,000, so watch the video until the end. It will be very interesting and useful. Give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get started. Let's start our video by breaking down the Boop token trade between LBank and MEXC. I entered 3 times. The first time was when the token had just been listed, and I managed to make $128. The spread was 22%. And now we've entered for the second time, so let me show you the orders on the exchange and show you how much we end up making. So make sure to watch until the end. We'll also break down this trade in more detail. Again, I need to enter the data from the exchange now. Here's the order history. You can see the orders. You can see how many I bought at each price. I entered at 0.3673 on LBank using several accounts at once. And on MEXC we bought at 0.4 and 0.41. And with this, we get a spread of 9 and 11%. So that's a pretty good spread that you can take advantage of. LBank doesn't like it when you open and close trades quickly, so you'll have to wait a bit. Basically, the prices have almost matched, so you could close the trades, but let's wait a bit, because as I said, LBank doesn't like it when you trade quickly and do scalping. For example, when I entered here, there was also a candle during the listing, and you could have made a good profit there, like when I took 128 bucks. And right now, in principle, you can also start closing out, gradually exiting. But let's wait until the spread, well, until at least half an hour passes, and then we can close our position. I managed to catch a really good candle during the listing. Here, we entered a short right at the very peak and almost at the bottom. So we closed somewhere around here, and it turned out like this. A 22% spread, 128 bucks, literally in just a few minutes. That's it. And right now too, the spread is really good, 8 and 11%, or rather 9 and 11%, so you can also just wait a bit longer until a little more time passes. In any case, we're in a neutral position, so we'll wait half an hour, close the trade and see how much we managed to earn. So let's move on to the actual moment of closing the trade. I'll show you how I close it and how much profit we made. Alright, so closing the trade. We're closing on LBank. We had a position on LBank, now we're closing it, and on MEXC we have an open short, meaning we're selling spot on LBank, selling gradually, and watching the liquidity in the order book. If there's a jump by order, we sell our tokens. Right now we have about 4,000 tokens. We need to sell them, actually a bit more than 4,000. And on MEXC we need to close the short. But basically there's enough liquidity on MEX to close the short. We just need to sort things out on LBank for now. So on LBank we should sell the tokens on spot first and only then close the short on MEXC. So we're waiting for good orders to appear. On MEXC, there are actually people who can take our tokens, which is why the price is dropping so sharply and remains very volatile. On LBank, the price lags a bit, while on MEXC, it drops faster. Right now, we can try to sell. Alright, we're selling the tokens on LBank, we found a buyer, and the tokens were sold off instantly. You can see it right away in the order history. And now let's close the short on MEXC. Excellent. That's it, we've closed the short on MEXC on both exchanges, and we've also closed all our positions on LBank. Now let's enter the data into the table and see how much profit we made from the 9 and 11% spreads. We enter the fees, enter the closing price, and now the table will automatically calculate our profit. So on the first exchange we ended up with 64, actually 65. And on the second exchange, well, more precisely, the second trade was 57. So that's a total of $121. But if you also count the first trade, we managed to take 250 bucks from just one Boop token during the listing. Again, listings are extremely volatile, so there are good spreads on listings that you can take advantage of and make a nice profit. Now let's move on to how I found this trade. I found the trade thanks to an arbitrage scanner. I entered certain parameters and chose the spot plus futures strategy. For example, right now in futures trading, there's also a spread on the magic token between KuCoin, Cointech, and LBank, so you can take advantage of these kinds of spreads. Here's another token, PRY. There's a spread on it, and there are spreads on COTI as well. And so using LBank, I set certain parameters and the service automatically finds spreads for you. You don't have to sit and search for anything yourself. Everything will already be found and shown to you. The token is shown, where you need to buy or go long is indicated, and where you need to short or sell is also shown. And here, you can do arbitrage both on futures and on spot. That is inter-exchange arbitrage. Here's the arbitrage scanner. There are settings as well. You can fine-tune it in more detail for your needs. Deposits, deposit networks, exchanges, transaction amount, minimum profit. Below, we have a table that is constantly updating, and you can see the spreads on different tokens. You can buy cheaper on one exchange, transfer to another, and sell at a higher price. There is also futures arbitrage. You can also do arbitrage on funding rates. For example, on Magic, something is happening right now. Some intense volatility and a 2% spread on futures. Well, that's just a colossal spread. On Bybit, it's minus 2%, on Stix, it's minus 2%, and on Bitmar, there's actually a positive spread. And you can grab these kinds of perks and tricks. So, arbitrage on funding rates works like this, where the spread is very negative, you go long because the spread is negative and long traders pay short traders. Where the spread is less negative or even positive, you short. And in this way, you earn from the difference in funding rates. This is a maximally delta neutral strategy. Now, let's move on to how you can claim $5,000. Again, I promised I would tell you. Some of you can claim $5,000. Let's go, I'll explain. The Arbitrage Scanner is giving away $5,000. I'll drop a link to this post, you can check it out yourself. One of you will get 5 grand right away. What do you need to do? First of all, the giveaway will be on September 31st. So, on the 31st, the winner will be chosen, so you still have time to participate. And look, the idea of this giveaway is as simple as it gets. If you buy a subscription at the business level or higher, you're already entered into the giveaway. Look, a 1-month business subscription gives you 2 tickets, 3 months gives you 5 tickets, and 6 months gives you 9. And accordingly, you can read more details in the table. A 1-month platinum subscription gives you 4 tickets right away. Enterprise for 1 month gives you 8 tickets, Guru gives you 12 tickets, and VIP gives you 30 tickets. You can check out the table for more detailed information. The more months you subscribe for, the more tickets you get. Naturally, the more tickets you have, the higher your chances of winning. You also get additional tickets for each approved referral who comes through your link and buys a subscription. You immediately get 2 extra tickets plus 4 tickets for sharing the promotion on Telegram or Twitter. If you have your own channels, you can repost the promotion and help spread the word. And if you make a video with the Arbitrage Scanner and mention this promotion, you'll instantly receive 7 tickets. So if you have channels or your own media resources, you can also participate in the promotion, mention it, and receive additional tickets. Also, don't forget to message the manager. Let the manager know that you made such a video, send them the video, and you'll be credited with tickets for it. Of course, when you purchase a subscription, you'll also be credited with tickets. The more tickets you have, the higher your chances. I'll leave a link to the post in the description so you can read all the details, and one of you will win $5,000 on December 31st. So be sure to join in and take part in this giveaway. Maybe we won't see each other again. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on top information, giveaways like this, trade breakdowns, different arbitrage strategies, spreads, funding rates, and much more. Give this video a like so it gets promoted, share it with your friends. Leave a comment, did you like the video or not, and will you be participating in the giveaway? I'll be very interested to read your comments. Well, I'll see you in the next videos. Bye everyone.